Today is January 23rd, 2023. I'm Afshin Mashrafi, founder of Trade Seasonals. I want to go over S&P 500 seasonality and on Trade Seasonals, and let's see if we can understand its behavior for the year. So I'm going to go to Trade Seasonals, go to Indices Common, go to the right on the seasonal viewer. I could have just clicked S&P 500 from the left list, but I'm just going to type it up here in seasonal viewer, press enter. We're going to see a bar chart. This is the last 10 years. If you bought S&P 500 today on January 23rd, sold it on February 21st, this would be the profit and loss for each year. So basically Trade Seasonals is showing the profit and loss for various date ranges that we enter. So we want to take a look at buy and hold, and buy and hold date range is the first trading day of the year until last trading day of the year, so we can see how did S&P 500 perform in each of the years we're looking at. For example, in 2013, if you bought S&P 500 first trading day of the year and sold it on last trading day of the year, you would have made 26.39%. Tiny loss in 2015 and 20.27% loss in 2022. Now you see where it says 10 years, that's all default number of analysis years, but we have 95 years on S&P 500, so I'm selecting it. Now we're looking at every single year on S&P 500 gain and loss since 1928. See, 1928 it made 37.11%. Great Depression, it just lost every year, back up. So now let's take a look at the statistics down here. 64 of the 95 years was profitable, and 31 of the 95 years there was a loss. That's 67% of the years was profitable. S&P 500 was profitable 67% of the last 95 years. Now we can also filter this using our advanced filtering. How did S&P 500 do on odd years versus even years? Let's take a look at the odd years. Here's the odd years, and the significance of odd years is based on the presidential election cycle in the United States. Odd years are the years that there's no election. So S&P 500 shows 73% of the odd years was profitable, and 27% was it declined. How about even years? Those are years either there's a presidential election or a midterm election years. The percent profitable drops to 62%. Now we're going to select the actual presidential election cycle itself. How did S&P 500 do in the years that there was a presidential election in the United States? Oh, it was a winner 75% of those years since 1928. How about the year after a presidential election? The year after, the percent profitable drops to 58%. The year that there was a midterm election, the percent profitable drops to 50%, including 2022, which dropped over 20%. And how about the year after a midterm election, which is also the year before a presidential election? Suddenly things change. The year before a presidential election in the last 95 years has been 88% bullish. It has made money 88% of the years, 21 of the 24 years. Let's take a look at the negative years. The last time it lost money was in 2015. It lost 0.69%. And in 1939, it lost 3.44%. In 1931, which was right in the heat of the Great Depression, it lost 48.77%. 1939 was also the beginning of World War II. It has not done any significant losses whatsoever. But how did it do the first 6 months of the year before a presidential election? So we'll go over here and switch the number of days to 181, which then changes our date range from January 1st until June 30th. Now look at that. There's a couple of flat years, no losses. Last time, the first 6 months of the year before presidential election, there was a loss was 1939, the beginning of World War II. And the year before that, 1931, the Great Depression. This year, the year before a presidential election, is bullish for S&P 500. That doesn't mean that S&P 500 is not going to drop, but if it drops, it has a lot of meaning. There would be a substantial sentiment change in the market if S&P 500 drops sharply in 2023. Do I think that's going to happen? I don't think it's likely unless there is significant geopolitical changes. But history tells us this is going to be a bullish year. The first 6 months, the entire year, it's going to be bullish. And let's just one more time take a look at the following year in 2024. Things change. It's going to be less of a seasonally bullish time. It's still not bad, but it's nothing like the year before the presidential election. So this would be very interesting finding to consider when you are going to make your plan, your financial plans for 2023. History says this is a very bullish year. We'll see how that turns out. Afshin, sign off. This is it. Oh, by the way, subscribe to our YouTube channel if you like this kind of videos, and also sign up at Trade Seasonals for a free account, and you'll be able to get every single opportunity. Let me just show you. I'm just going to select S&P 500 right up there. You're going to see the top 10 opportunities. Well, if you don't sign up, you see the top 10. If you sign up, you see all of them for the current day. See, you can look at it for what's, look at that. Microsoft is seasonally bullish right now. What's top of NASDAQ? Cintas. Top of NASDAQ. We saw top of S&P 500, which was Monolithic Power Systems. Russell has a different list. Look at that consistent profitability. Where else can you find any information like this? NASDAQ's on that list. You can also look at futures and commodities. Ooh, lumber. Forex. Or liquid Forex. Or bonds, or the ETFs are also really cool. Oh, another cool thing you can do. Let's say you go to Wilshire 3000. I am interested in short-term trading. You see, these are all 233 days, but I only want 30 to 60 days for options trading. Just type 30-60. Here are your short-term opportunities. Aon, Everest, Interactive Brokers, it's there. You can't go wrong with this, with a sign up here. So please sign up, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and you're gonna have information like you have not seen before. Now I'm really signing off. Goodbye for today.